The landscape of sports is changing. AI is the next evolution. We're bringing it to fields and gyms everywhere with Huddle Focus. Just mount it, set it, and forget it. Multiple lenses, AI player tracking, automatic recording, or record on the fly with the Focus app. Instant uploads and flexible live streaming options. AI is changing sports. Use it to your advantage. Visit huddle.com/focus today.
First time I picked up a Spartan TF ball, I knew it was built different.
You know that feeling from that first moment on, it never leaves your hand. It raises you, lifts you to new heights, got you doing things like that. And once you're hooked, ain't nothing gonna stop that. It teaches you to be a student first, to lay it all out, just to do it again.
And again.
From the moment you pick up a TF ball, it's always there for you.
Now do something with it.
Did you know only 2% of college graduates feel that they've had a magical college experience? At St. Thomas University, we see the magic happening every day. When your professor becomes your mentor and learning becomes your passion. When you join a student organization and meet your friends for life. When your classes and activities prepare you for the real world and a successful career. At STU, our students live the magic, and their college experience leads to limitless possibilities. Visit stu.edu today.
I have a little birthday message for you from someone too.
I heard you really love basketball. You're a good shooter and a good dribbler. Happy birthday, MJ, and I hope you enjoy your day.
Thank you. You're welcome.
It's more than an education. It's more than a degree. William Penn University is alive with opportunity. Opportunity in a diverse student body. Opportunity in a staff that works with your budget. Opportunity in over 30 programs of study. Opportunity in a classroom where your voice is heard. Find your future and the opportunities waiting for you. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu and see why William Penn University is alive with opportunity.
You know, it's easy to get caught up in emotions around, oh, I feel good, or I feel like I'm getting better, or I feel like I'm getting worse. But having data, big data over a long stretch of time allows you to actually see your work come into fruition in the form of progress. It just allows you to create a better perspective over your progression. To ignore it entirely is doing yourself a disservice because it's a resource that's available to you.
After 100 years, why are we still pushing for more? Because at Thomas More, we're inspired to help you create and live a fuller life. That means creating more opportunities for you inside the classroom and out. Programs that lead to something more than a job, a fulfilling career, and expecting more from our faculty and staff to help give you the opportunity to become the remarkable person you were created to be. Thomas More University. Make it more.
There's a beat in all of us. It drives us, it inspires us, and it pushes us through. It is there in preparation, it is there in battle, it is there in defeat and success. It's the engine, it's our guide. And this beat is my own. This beat is how I live. And this is how I hydrate. Body Armor Sport Water, hydration for athletes.
Campbellsville helped me to get a job, get my master's, to prepare myself for the world.
It offers students a tremendous amount of opportunity to get real-world experience.
We see Christian students, non-Christian students. We see people from every walk of life.
It's such a good place to be.
It kind of reminds me of home. Your teachers actually look out for you here. You feel invited as soon as you walk in.
You're not going to find any better place to help students achieve what they want.
The thing I love about Clarke is that you're never just one thing. I'm not just a student, I'm a future doctor. I'm an athlete on a history-making team. I'm a community member supporting the causes I care about. I'm a friend, a neighbor, a leader. At Clarke, you can become anything. What will you be? Be you at CU.
I've been thinking about this for a long time. I thought, if that's out there, I want to make sure I see it and I get involved in it, because to me, this was music to my ears. I was blown away. When you look at today's kid, the millennium kid, they learn by being able to see it. If I can see it, it's a great chance that I can do it. The First Down Playbook is a tool that can essentially change the way we teach the game.
Hometown Ticketing makes it fast and easy to buy tickets on your school's website or in the new Hometown Fan app. It's simple. Just search for your school, buy your tickets, and they'll be right there in your account, ready to be scanned when you get to your event. Download the Hometown Fan app today.
The landscape of sports is changing. AI is the next evolution. We're bringing it to fields and gyms everywhere with Huddle Focus. Just mount it, set it, and forget it. Multiple lenses, AI player tracking, automatic recording, or record on the fly with the Focus app. Instant uploads and flexible live streaming options. AI is changing sports. Use it to your advantage. Visit huddle.com/focus today.
First time I picked up a Spartan TF ball, I knew it was built different.
You know that feeling from that first moment on. It never leaves your hand. It raises you, lifts you to new heights, got you doing things like that. And once you're hooked, ain't nothing gonna stop that. It teaches you to be a student first, to lay it all out, just to do it again.
And again.
From the moment you pick up a TF ball, it's always there for you.
Now do something with it.
Did you know only 2% of college graduates feel that they've had a magical college experience? At St. Thomas University, we see the magic happening every day. When your professor becomes your mentor and learning becomes your passion. When you join a student organization and meet your friends for life. When your classes and activities prepare you for the real world and a successful career. At STU, our students live the magic, and their college experience leads to limitless possibilities. Visit stu.edu today.
And a very pleasant good Friday evening to you, college basketball fans. Welcome inside the Tyson Event Center in downtown Sioux City, Iowa. It's semifinal Friday of the 42nd annual NAIA Women's Basketball National Tournament. And boy, do we have a dandy for you. A couple of teams who have never been this far in their program's history. It is the second-seeded pride of Clarke University, the champions of the Dewar Quadrant in this tournament, and the Cinderella team of the tournament, the sixth-seeded Trojans of Dakota State University, champions of the Liston Quadrant. Alongside Nelson Wilson, Daniel Versteg with you, bringing you the action here on the NAIA Network. And Nelly, we just had a battle of number one seeds right before this that Thomas More won. They're going to look to repeat as champions, but I think this is the more entertaining matchup. You got a Cinderella team in Dakota State, a two-seed in Clarke. Both have never been to the semifinal round. I mean, we could be in for anything here tonight.
Well, and I tell you, you say Cinderella team, but Dakota State has played like everything but a Cinderella team. And so, of course, we know what we get in Clarke. We've got to watch them a couple times. The ladies love to get out and run, and they can score in a hurry.
Yes.
And Dakota State is the same way. The style of basketball, and they depend a lot on their post player, but their style of basketball is just the same. This should be nothing less than as entertaining as the first contest that we got to see here tonight.
Well, absolutely, and you talk about the post for Dakota State. Elsie Asleason, she was Defensive Player of the Year on the North Star this year, and I think this could be a really interesting battle of the post with her, and then the rebounding ability of Emma Kelchin for Clarke, who is just about to come up here for starting lineups. Nelly, this is going to be a really fun matchup down low.
It definitely should, and you think about, the other night, Kelton actually was scoreless at halftime and ended up leading the team in scoring and rebounding in the second half in the big win that they had. So she's definitely capable of taking over a game. And so, yeah, this is going to be a battle of wills, if you will, and it's going to be fun to watch.
Very fun to watch. Again, it's the second-seeded pride of Clarke University and the sixth-seeded Trojans of Dakota State University. The winner moves on to tomorrow night's national championship game to face the Saints of Thomas More University, who, by the way, is looking to repeat as national champions here in the NAIA. Clarke University 31-4. There's David Moe, the head coach of the Trojans on your screen. They're 29-6. They were regular season champs out of the North Star Athletic Association. Trojans in their first ever national semifinal round, looking to make it to their first ever national championship game. And Clarke is in the same boat under Courtney Boyd. As you see there, the sixth-year head coach of the Pride has led them to their best season in program history. A win here tonight would get them to 32 wins. It'd be the most wins they've ever had in a season in program history.
And you talk about Courtney Boyd. She's been on this stage herself and was a very established player
at a little community college in Iowa called Kirkwood. She played a heck of a career for the Eagles, but we're ready to go. The tip-off controlled by Dakota State, and the Trojans will have their first offensive possession in their first ever national semifinal appearance. Go to Huber, who curls all the way to the basket, flips it up, and Kelchin denied her. But then Kelchin was standing on the baseline, so Dakota State's going to get a mulligan.
So Kelchin making her presence felt already.
Yeah, she's been fantastic. She's coming off a 14-point, 12-rebound, 4-block performance in the win over Campbellsville in the quarterfinal on Wednesday. I mean, you can't be playing better basketball than that at a better time. Walsdorf, a hook over her defender, and that one doesn't go down. Dakota State comes up empty. Now here comes the program's all-time leading assist getter in Skylar Culbertson. She has at the point wearing number 2 on your screen. To her left finds Mickles. Trying to direct the offense. Swings it up top. Pass gets deflected, and there's the Dakota State length. It's Walsdorf in transition to Menning. Another swing pass to the baseline. Mackley goes up. It's off the bottom of the backboard. And now the Pride take it back. Here's their All-American McDermott. Shot fake. Pass nearly wide of Culbertson. Goes back door to Ubel, who fumbled the pass out of bounds. The Trojans will take it back.
Boy, fast-paced game so far, man. And, neither team can get one to fall through the bucket yet, but they've had some point-blank shots.
And from a pace perspective, we would expect nothing less from these two squads. There's Asleason driving in, but didn't get a look. Now Walsdorf. Here come the Trojans inside with Menning, card on card. Now has to pivot out to Asleason. Up and under and too much. And the Pride will take it back. Nice crossover. Oh, what a bounce pass. Kelchin gets rejected by Asleason. It's recovered. Mickles with the teardrop. Kelchin, an offensive rebound. She gets another O board and is tied up, and the possession will stay with Clarke.
Boy, and the two post players right now are establishing themselves. This is going to be a fun one. Wow.
Emma Kelchin, she had 12 rebounds Wednesday night. 5 of them were on the offensive glass. It's just such a calming presence to know she's down there getting your missed shots. There's McDermott. Unable to get that down, and Slattery comes off the bench and tracks down a rebound. Slattery, the sophomore from Franksville, Wisconsin. Kick out, Walsdorf on Ubel. Over the top and scores the game's first points.
And that was defended very well, Daniel. It really was, and so that was just a good shot, tough shot.
We're watching Tina Ubel offensively here tonight. Needs 3 points to break Clarke's all-time scoring record set by McKenna Haase. To the baseline, Culbertson with the floater. There's another tie-up off of a rebound attempt from Kelchin, and a foul is called on Walsdorf. Boy, Emma Kelchin knows where to put herself to get a rebound.
Well, she's so long and lanky that it'd just be tough to defend her. And better yet, if you're going to box her out, you got to make sure she gets all the way out.
In case you're keeping track at home, she's already got 4 rebounds in less than 3 minutes. There's a kick-out pass, and Skylar Culbertson knocks down the triple. Clarke's on the board, and now here comes Dakota State quickly. There's that fast-paced offense that leads to a Walsdorf bucket. I think we're going to have a lot of points traded back and forth here tonight. Mickles, the ball fake, and the floater for 2. Clarke back up by a point. Over 3 minutes gone. To the top is Walsdorf. All the way up with a floater. It's no good, and diving for the loose ball. McDermott comes up with it, getting by Fick. In transition, Kelchin to McDermott, to the hoop for 2.
It was just great cut to the basket by McDermott there and finding her teammate.
Dakota State finds themselves down by the game's largest margin to this point, and Fick goes to work. On Kelchin, no easy task. Couldn't quite get it to go. Here comes Clarke. Nice move. McDermott gets the open jumper. Missed it. Got her on board. Can't get the putback to fall. And now we get a tie up for the rebound. This time the possession to the Trojans.
Tell you, there's not going to be any easy buckets.
And look at this effort, just going after the loose ball.
I mean, both teams just getting after it.
It's like you said, it's not going to be easy. The posts and the rebounding is going to be so difficult tonight. Here come the Trojans, trying to tie the game. Fick can't get it done, and there's Mackley who gets fouled on a putback. Gonna get Culbertson for the foul. That's Clarke's first foul of the ball game. And so Lily Mackley fouled from behind there on the replay. Will shoot 2. Sophomore from Stillwater, Minnesota, for Dakota State University, making their first ever semifinal appearance, coming out of the North Star Athletic Association. They were quarterfinalists here 2 years ago and missed out on the final site last year. And Nelly, this is all being done as David Moe is in his 6th year as the head coach of the Trojans. His 2nd year, they won 4 games.
That is crazy.
What a turnaround.
What a huge compliment to him.
Clarke goes down low. Oh, the up and under dipsy 2 for Taylor Haase.
When Haase got the defender, she was just standing still there.
And of course, we mentioned McKenna Haase, the all-time leading scorer at Clarke. And that's her younger sister, doing the same thing she did for many years. A 4-time All-American, McKenna Haase, and now her sister Taylor gets the ball again. Spins to her right, and gets another one to go down.
Boy, he's come on and is making a huge difference.
You would expect nothing less out of the Haases for Clarke. Working to the free throw line. Out to the corner, and Caitlin Dyer, who's been big all tournament, hits another 3. She had the go-ahead 3 against Indiana Wesleyan on Wednesday to put them up by 1 with 18 seconds left, and she starts this game with a bang. Back under to Haase. She gets fouled and scores.
And she is absolutely on fire right now.
6 quick points off the bench for Taylor Haase. She'll get a chance at an and 1. Boy, and this is something we don't get to talk about with these two squads, Nelly. You get someone like a Caitlin Dyer or Sydney Fick off the bench, or an Angela Slattery for Dakota State. Clarke can counter so many great bench players with Taylor Haase, Madison Lindauer, Maya Mershman, who's on the floor. The benches are going to be huge tonight.
Right, well, and they've got to figure out a way to get her out of that post. She can't be allowed to set up in the post and receive the ball there.
7 points off the bench already for Taylor Haase. And now Dakota State tries to counter down 5. Here's Asleason, defensive player of the year in the North Star, can score it as well. Huber underneath, and Asleason gets her scoring going.
And that's what you get with the over rotation on the defense, Daniel, is you're going to have that backside wide open there, and so you just got to do a better job of rotating on that.
Mershman into a double team trap. Ball's forced loose, and they call a jump ball. And Clarke will keep the possession.
Well, this is only the first quarter.
I know. Feels like we played 20 minutes already.
We're going to be exhausted by the end of this game.
Yeah, somebody's going to need us an oxygen tank down here, let alone the players. They're playing one heck of a first quarter. You're going to want to stick around for the next 33 minutes of action. There's a nice bounce pass. There's Haase again with 9 off the bench. What a start to the ball game for Taylor Haase. Dakota State needs an answer. This is Slattery. A kick out for Huber, who rattles home a 3.
I tell you, they're gamers, man. We're seeing some gamers right now.
You can say that again. Here comes Izzy Peterson. She gets the teardrop and missed it. Offensive rebound, and Haase scores again.
And she got pulled down by one arm, and she was able still to snag that rebound and go back up and score.
She's had the last 11 for Clarke, as Leeson missed a 3 strong. Give the ball to 12.
Yeah, look for her again. Why not?
There's Mershman, 2 strong on the 3. Dakota State's going to get this ball back. Nelly coming into this ball game. Taylor Haase was averaging just shy of 10 points a ball game. She's got 11 already.
That's crazy.
I mean, you can't make this stuff up.
You know, good for her, but you know what, Daniel, good. I mean, players show up on the big stage.
It's March for a reason.
Absolutely.
Here comes Dakota State. They got a nice gift with the missed 3 of Maya Mershman. Now they'll try and cut that deficit. Huber, the rainbow 3.
That looked like that was going to be short. Wow, she made it rain.
Nelly, I thought, well, we don't need to make it rain in here again. Haase's fouled. She'll shoot too. Yeah, Nelly, I thought that was going to cut another hole in the ceiling on that last 3. My goodness. Thought we were going to have another night like Tuesday night.
I tell you what, Dakota State right now has just been, they're getting torched right now by Haase, and she's tough.
She's very tough. And of course, when your older sister's the career scoring leader at Clarke and your younger sister's a manager with the program, I would say basketball runs through the Haase bloodline pretty well. It's quite a sister lineage they've got here at Clarke. He's already got 12 now and make it 13. Off the bench for the Pride, trying to make their first ever national championship game. As Dakota State is going after the same goal. Kick out pass, another swing. Huber out to Mackley. Off the front of the rim, and it's Haase with the rebound. That ball, you better know where number 12 is if you're Dakota State on defense. Culbertson. There's a jumper, and that's Kelchin who missed strong. Oh, but look at Haase fighting for the rebound. Help is asked for, and this is going to stay with Clarke. And some substitutions.
I love the energy.
Yes.
I love the energy both teams are playing with. Not overly aggressive, but they're both being aggressive. I love it.
Clarke to inbound. The pull up, too strong. There's Culbertson with the no board. Nichols the shot fake. To Ubel. Underneath, and McDermott, the hook, didn't go. Offensive rebound again for Kelchin, and she throws it away. Menning missed the shot, but she got fouled. 2 free throws are coming. Nichols contending that Menning might have lowered the shoulder.
Nope.
I would agree with the official's call there.
She squared her up and went right at her.
But the first free throw rims in and out for Menning. Also comes from a pretty good family bloodline. Her dad, Scott, 1986 state champions with Corsica in football, that is. She gets 1 to go. Graduate of Corsica Stickney High School in South Dakota. These two teams met in the regular season in October of 2022 in a game that Clarke won. This ball nearly gets deflected into our vantage point, and this will stay Clarke basketball. Boy, that's the thing that makes Dakota State so dangerous, Nelly. They're so long. You can't get a pass off.
Well, they do a great job of just playing passing lanes, like getting their hands in there.
So Clarke's going to need to be really careful passing the basketball here tonight. Shot fake from Kelchin. To Ubel, along 2, and that ties the program scoring record at Clarke University. She needs 1 more. She's got 1,975, tying McKenna Haase as Dakota State tries to answer. Clarke takes the rebound the other way. Here's Ubel. Shot fake. She wanted the record right there just to get it out of the way, but decided better of it. Individual records are nice, but I'm sure she just wants a team success. Tries to go up and lost the ball. Here comes Menning. Kick out to Walsdorf. Nice spin. Got Ubel up in the air. Huber, who's made a couple of threes already, hands it off for Walsdorf. On Ubel to the baseline and missed. Rebound from McDermott. Clarke could get close to the last possession of this first quarter. Shot clock separated by 2 seconds. Oh, double dribble. Chet Martin making the call on the far side. Chet Martin, Jeremy Becker, and Jessica Wilkinson are officiating crew for this.
Solid crew, man.
Very solid crew. Semifinal contest here at the NAIA Women's Basketball National Tournament. And now Dakota State can hold for the last shot of the quarter if they want. Down by 4. Over on the wing. Here's Huber. Slattery off the bench and drills a triple. And not a bad way to head into quarter number 2. That was only 10 minutes of basketball, folks. It felt like we packed in about 30 minutes. Here's the 3 to send us into the break. Angela Slattery puts Dakota State down 1. We're back after this with more NAIA women's basketball from the national tournament on the NAIA network.
I have a little birthday message for you from someone too.
I heard you really love basketball. You're a good shooter and a good dribbler. Happy birthday, MJ, and I hope you enjoy your day.
Thank you. You're welcome.
It's more than an education. It's more than a degree. William Penn University is alive with opportunity. Opportunity in a diverse student body. Opportunity in a staff that works with your budget. Opportunity in over 30 programs of study. Opportunity in a classroom where your voice is heard. Find your future and the opportunities waiting for you. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu and see why William Penn University is alive with opportunity.
Back to the Tyson Event Center here in downtown Sioux City. Glad you're tuned in to NAIA Women's Basketball on the NAIA Network. Some Dakota State fans making the trek from Madison, South Dakota. Not too far north of Sioux City.
A stone's throw away.
Not too bad. Alongside Nelson Wilson, Daniel Versteg with you. Clarke on top by a point, but Dakota State's got a chance to go 2 for 1. They scored a 3 with time expiring in the first. And Morgan Huber can't get a 3 to go to start the second. So Clarke will get it back up by a point. You think the fans are into this one?
Well, and it's funny because she just signaled at them and said, keep it coming.
They thrive off of this. It's fun to watch. Clarke with a skip to Ubel. The 3 ball is up and missed. And Clarke couldn't keep the rebound alive. Gianna Mickles with good hustle, but the stepping out of bounds. How about the turnover numbers? 6
turnovers
for Clarke, zip for Dakota State.
That's huge.
That is huge. There's the first turnover for the game for Dakota State, and McDermott scores to put the Pride up by 3. There's almost another one as Ubel deflects that pass out of bounds. Well, what we saw Dakota State do in the first quarter, Nelly, looks like Clarke is doing that now.
Just applying some pressure after a made basket.
Out to the top, Dakota State runs the perimeter. Menning to the cup and scores. Courtney Menning gets the first points of the second quarter for Dakota State. And now Clarke takes it back. Down to the corner, nearly thrown away of Mickles. To her left to McDermott.
As Dakota State's gone to a 1-2-2 zone.
Ubel, a turnaround shot is good, and there's the all-time scoring record at Clarke University, 1,977 for Tina Ubel. Nobody in Clarke history has scored more than her, and now Courtney Menning with a bank 3 and covers up the smirk that she's got.
Covered her mouth. The bank was closed a long time ago, but we'll take it.
Not in Sioux City, Iowa, Nelly. The banks stay open late on the Friday night of the semifinals. Here come the Pride. Oh, that's a walk and a travel for Mickles. Will give Dakota State a chance to take the lead now.
Well, and I think she thought that defender was going to jump up high on that, and when she didn't, she already had the extra step in.
Yep.
So,
well, Dakota State's tied with Clarke. Got a chance to take the lead. There's Menning with that last 3 for the Trojans. She gets the ball again with a spin move. Hands it out, and it's Mackley. Backs all the way down with the turnaround hook to give the Trojans the lead.
Well, that's what you can look to see more of out of Dakota State, because their guards definitely have the size advantage over Clarke's guards.
Deflected ball. Menning comes up with it. Dyer, the kick out. And Slattery drives in. Boy, points off turnovers are going to be so huge. A chance for one here for Dakota State. Oh, who's that to?
Air milk that one.
Just a little too much.
And Coach Mo saying, whoa, just settle down.
Yep, you gotta. That is one surefire way, Nelly. You coached. You see a pass like that, you know, hey, take a breath.
Yep.
So Clarke's down 2. One of their first deficits of the ball game. And there's a turnover once again. I think the all gas, no brakes of the first quarter might be catching up here. As Leeson on Hazy gets fouled, plus the basket.
Well, and I tell you what, if she gets the first step on you, and you're done.
Especially off that shot fake.
Yeah, she gets the first step on you, and you might as well go ahead and commit the foul and commit it high.
I got a timeout from Courtney Boyd, so Nelly, Dakota State has gone on a bit of a run. Yeah, a chance to make this a 5-point lead. What have you seen the Trojans do right here over the last few minutes to take the lead?
You know, they haven't done much different than what they did in the first quarter, other than just press the issue. And every single chance they get, they're pressing the issue. And I mentioned it a couple possessions back. Clarke's guards are going to have a tough time here tonight with the guards from Dakota State, because they're much taller.
Yep.
And so every chance you get, you're going to see them back their guards down into the post. You're going to have to have rotational help, and when that rotational help comes, then you're going to find the backside's going to be open a lot.
Well, and shoot, Nelly, 5'7", 5'8", and then 3 starters for Dakota State are 6 foot or taller. Yeah. I mean, that just lends itself to length and passing lane issues. Free throw was good for Asleason. Trojans take a 5-point lead. There's another deflected pass. And here come the Trojans, 3-on-2, and Mackley scores. 7-point DSU advantage. This team's a 6 seed.
Like I said.
How did that happen? There's another turnover. Oh my word, Dakota State's fans are in a frenzy.
Like I said, listen, they're only the Cinderella team in just pure numbers and print. That is it.
Yeah, they are not playing like the Cinderella right now. It has been a 10-0 Dakota State run since Clarke's last scored. As Leeson, Hazy trying to cut her off, does well. Dyer from Mackley, who spins into the paint. To the block, and that hook had no chance. Good defense from Peterson. Now Izzy takes it up on Dyer. Into the paint, and Hazy tried to go up and under, tied up with Asleason, and the possession will stay with Clarke.
Asleason did a great job that time of waiting for the comeback move, because you see she's going to come back to it. Did a great job of just standing her ground there.
And you think that's probably something Dakota State's coaches mentioned in the break after Hazy had 13 points on them right away.
Yeah, guaranteeing you she was the focus of that timeout between the first and second quarter.
So here comes Clarke. They keep the possession with the arrow. Mershman, tough defense from Dyer. Freshman of the year in the North Star, playing some nice defense. Down low, Hazy spins over the defensive player of the year and gets one to go.
And she's going to have issues if she gets you on the block and not in the middle of the lane.
Blocking foul goes on Hazy. And you can tell the fans from Dubuque are not in favor of the call. Fans from Madison are appreciative of the call.
Well, if you want to say that was a travel, it looked ugly, but the reason why she traveled was because of the body
There was
contact.
a bump, yeah, absolutely. So as Leeson will shoot some, Hazy goes to the bench. And as Leeson, a really solid free throw shooter, 81.5%. She transferred to Dakota State from Concordia. She said, I was kind of thin and small and wasn't ready to play post at the collegiate level. She came to Dakota State, and boy, have they bulked her up the last 3 years, and she's one of the premier posts now in NAIA women's basketball.
Isn't that crazy what a year will do to you?
Absolutely. And she played her high school ball just up the road from here in Elk Point, Jefferson.
Yep. Played for an AAU program here in town.
Oh, there you go.
Showtime Hoopers.
Absolutely. Turnaround shot comes up short for Kelchen. Walsdorf with the rebound. She wants to find Asleason. Oh, a step through. Oh, and Kelchen blocked her and fouled her. So Asleason will shoot more free throws.
I tell you what, and this is the matchup.
Yes.
That we want to see here.
This is the matchup.
This is the matchup.
Kelchen, who's been so good on the blocks, rebounding. Asleason, who's been so good defensively with, I think she had 6 blocks on Wednesday night. But she's showing off her offense here tonight, Nelly. 8 points. She's gotten 4 of them at the free throw line so far. And I think she's also gotten a block in there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah, she has, yep. Gets another free throw to fall, and now she'll check out of the ball game to a much-needed applause.
A well-deserved break.
Yes.
For sure.
Boy, she works. Everybody works hard, but especially her. Just having to block all those shots. Now can Clarke possess the ball cleanly? No, they can't. Walsdorf, a takeaway. Oh, that's a dangerous outlet. Culbertson deflected off of Menning. This will be Clarke basketball. Dakota State has the game's largest lead here in the second quarter. Courtney Boyd, the 6th-year head coach of the Pride, leading this program to their first ever semifinal appearance. And like you said earlier, she's got some tournament experience in her day, playing for legendary coach Kim Moole at Kirkwood.
Man.
Get a load, Nelly, you coach, get a load of this career record. 1,005 wins, just 168 losses.
That's ridiculous.
That's like an 83 win percentage.
I'll take it.
That's nuts. Over a 34-year span, he's lost 168 games. What an education Coach Boyd got just under him, playing for him. Now she's applying it here to this Pride program. Kelchen up with it and fouled. And get Fick for it.
Well, and Thick, you know what? And that was a great defensive possession there for Thick until she bought her hands down.
Yep.
And that's where they got her.
And you know, Nelly, everybody sees the finishing pose. Yep. Everybody has their hands up afterwards, but nobody sees the slant down. And that's what gets you. So Kelchen gets the first to go. These are some big free throws for Clarke, who trails by 8. And they get both to fall. Kelchen, 79% free throw shooter, one of those 1,000-point scorers here at Clarke. We've got 4 1,000-point scorers here in college with the Pride. That just shows the experience they all have playing together. Kick out pass, Walsdorf's 3. Way too strong, but there's Menning for an offensive board. Huber tries to go down low, and Mershman comes up with a steal of her own. Culbertson, kick out. Oh, don't leave her open. That's going to happen to you. Maya Mershman off the bench. And the Pride deficit's down 4. Here comes Huber. She had a couple of threes in the first quarter. There's a dangerous pass. And it's amazing, Nelly. Seems like Clarke's got all the momentum now.
Right, and you know, I'm surprised that Coach Mo didn't call a timeout here.
Yeah.
He's got to do something to settle his girls down, as it is. This quarter has been a quarter of runs.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, Dakota State had to run the majority of this quarter, but now Clarke's got the momentum with 5 unanswered. Trying to make it 7 or 8. Ubel, the newest career scoring leader in Clarke history. Oh, that's going to fall. Oh, not quite. I thought McDermott was going to get that to fall, but she gets fouled instead by Fick. That's 2 quick fouls off the bench for Fick. Look at that spin. That almost fell.
And she was doing great until she stepped up. And I know Coach Mo doesn't like it, but that is definitely the correct call.
Yeah, right.
100%.
So 2 are coming here for Nicole McDermott. Honorable mention All-American last year for the Pride. The Pride of Cascade, Iowa, knocks down the first. A 97-9 high school record in 4 years.
Wow. State
champions with Cascade in 2018.
Unbelievable.
They never lost a home game in 4 years. Wow. Can you believe that? Wow. what a legacy she had in high school, and now forging a legacy of her own here at Clarke, trying to take the program to their first national championship game. This deficit's down 2. The Pride have scored 7 unanswered. Manning gets stuck. She's really stuck. Throws it out to Dyer. She gets things going. And there's an open look. And Mackley can't get it to fall. Culbertson stepped on the baseline. So Dakota State's going to get another try at it.
Boy, Culbertson's tough.
Yeah. I mean, look at this hustle, Nelly. She closes out the 3 and then dives for that rebound. Had she not stepped on the baseline, she would have kept that alive. Here's Dyer. Slattery. Over to Mackley and back to Dyer. The shot clock's at single digits. Oh, Hubel rejects a pass that time. And then a tie-up is called, and Dakota State will keep it.
Boy, but the shot clock doesn't reset. There's 4 seconds, and this is going to be a tough one for them.
It is. Dakota State can let it fly quickly. They're going to need to on this inbound. Oh, it's deflected, and Hubel comes up with it. McDermott has a one-on-one. And she stops and pops to tie the game. 9-0 Pride run. This ball game's tied up once again. Backdoor, the hook, and it didn't go. Clarke takes it back. All kinds of momentum for the Pride. McDermott up and under, and as Leeson altered the shot, what a save by McDermott! And Mershman gets fouled. What a hustle play by McDermott, diving on the baseline to keep it alive, and Mershman can get 2 off of it.
And it's the second and third opportunities is what's killing Dakota State right now, and they got to have those.
Absolutely. Giving up 9 offensive rebounds to this point. 10, excuse me, that was the offensive rebound number 10. And now Maya Mershman shooting 2. Knocks down the first. Sophomore out of Donaldson, Iowa, graduate of Central Lee. He's averaging 8 points a ball game. An 88% free throw shooter for the Pride. And that is no sweat for her. Clarke's got a 2-point advantage and is on an 11-0 run. We enter the final 2.5 minutes of this quarter. Dyer with a 3-2 strong. Rebound squirts out, and Huber comes up with it. Oh, and then passes wide of Mackley. And now David Moe is going to pull the trigger on his first time out of the ball game.
And this is settle down. It's just a settle down timeout. That's all.
Yeah, you want to calm things down, Nelly, because at this point you've gone from being up 9 to down 2, and that can really start the emotions of, oh boy, we're losing this game. Everything's falling apart. But again, it's still just a 1-possession ball game.
Well, you know, the crazy thing is the way that first quarter started out. You know, Dakota State had to lead at 2-0, and then Clarke went on a run. So it's not like they haven't been here before. And that's what Coach Moe is telling them. Hey, settle down. We're fine. We're fine. Just settle down. Get your breath about you. Get your wits about you. Let's come back and play basketball.
Right. You think about Wednesday night as well, and the matchup with Indiana Wesleyan. The Trojans were not leading most of that ball game. In fact, Caitlin Dyer hit the 3 with 18 seconds left to put them up by a point to ultimately win the game. So yes, they've been in this spot before. Mickles just takes that little 10-footer, says thank you very much. And it's a 13-0 Clarke run. Mackley, kick out. Walsdorf looks for help. Down the lane, Huber off the top of the glass. Clarke tracks down the rebound.
And Dakota State's got to have a stop here, and then they have to have an answer.
McDermott, the All-American, to the corner. Down low, it's McDermott again. Got by as Leeson and flipped it up and in. 15 unanswered for the Pride. Dakota State needs an answer. Mackley throws it back out. Nice crossover. Didn't get much. Back to the corner. Well, there's an open look for Mackley, and she got it to fall.
And that one went off the glass, too.
I don't know how that happens with that zero angle. You have no angle at the glass. But now the Trojan deficit's back to one possession. McDermott on a bounce. And they'll throw it back out for Culbertson, the program's leader in career assists. Yeah, give Hubel that shot all day. 12-footer.
Yeah, you can give her that shot all day, and she's going to take it and make it.
Yep. With pleasure, she says. Now the Pride defense can take the momentum into the break with a stop here as Leeson sees her mission. Mackley tries again and didn't get it to go. And that's going to take us into the halftime break. Your score, Clarke 45, Dakota State 40. Here in the national semifinal round. Winner goes to their first ever championship game against Thomas More. The defending champs will step aside and get you some halftime stats coming up in just a bit. Clarke's up by 5. They took a long run into the break, and we're back with more national tournament coverage after this from the Tyson Event Center in downtown Sioux City on the NAIA Network.
It's easy to get caught up in emotions around, oh, I feel good, or I feel like I'm getting better, or I feel like I'm getting worse. But having data, big data, over a long stretch of time allows you to actually see your work come into fruition in the form of progress. It just allows you to create a better perspective over your progression. To ignore it entirely is doing yourself a disservice because it's a resource that's available to you.
After 100 years, why are we still pushing for more? Because at Thomas More, we're inspired to help you create and live a fuller life. That means creating more opportunities for you inside the classroom and out. Programs that lead to something more than a job, a fulfilling career, and expecting more from our faculty and staff to help give you the opportunity to become the remarkable person you were created to be. Thomas More University. Make it more.
There's a beat in all of us. It drives us, it inspires us, and it pushes us through. It is there in preparation, it is there in battle, it is there in defeat, and success. It's the engine, it's our God. And this beat is my own. This beat is how I live. And this is how I hydrate. Body Armor Sport Water, hydration for athletes.
Campbellsville helped me to get a job, get my master's, to prepare myself for the world.
It offers students a tremendous amount of opportunity to get real-world experience.
We see Christian students, non-Christian students. We see people from every walk of life.
It's such a good place to be.
It kind of reminds me of home. Your teachers actually look out for you here. You feel invited as soon as you walk in.
You're not going to find any better place to help students achieve what they want.
The thing I love about Clarke is that you're never just one thing. I'm not just a student, I'm a future doctor. I'm an athlete on a history-making team. I'm a community member supporting the causes I care about. I'm a friend, a neighbor, a leader. At Clarke, you can become anything. What will you be? Be you at CU.
I've been thinking about this for a long time. I thought, if that's out there, I want to make sure I see it and I get involved in it, because to me, this was music to my ears. I was blown away. When you look at today's kid, the millennium kid, they learn by being able to see it. If I can see it, it's a great chance that I can do it. The First Down Playbook is a tool that can essentially change the way we teach the game.
Hometown ticketing makes it fast and easy to buy tickets on your school's website or in the new Hometown Fan app. It's simple. Just search for your school, buy your tickets, and they'll be right there in your account, ready to be scanned when you get to your event. Download the Hometown Fan app today.
The landscape of sports is changing. AI is the next evolution. We're bringing it to fields and gyms everywhere with Huddle Focus. Just mount it, set it, and forget it. Multiple lenses, AI player tracking, automatic recording, or record on the fly with the Focus app. Instant uploads and flexible live streaming options. AI is changing sports. Use it to your advantage. Visit huddle.com/focus today.
Looking live at the Tyson Event Center here in downtown Sioux City, a place that has hosted NAIA women's basketball in the national tournament since it was opened, and it's being treated to a dandy here tonight. The Clarke Pride lead the Dakota State Trojans 45-40 at the halftime break. Alongside Nelson Wilson, Daniel Versteg with you, and Nelly. What can we say about this first half? It was up and down. We had some momentum one way or the other. As we take a look at some of the first half stats, two jump out to me right away. The rebounding numbers and then the field goal percent. I mean, a lot of these numbers suggest Clarke should be blowing Dakota State out of the water right now.
Absolutely, especially the 26-9 total rebounding. Like that's crazy. And then, of course, the field goal percentages, you know, for Dakota State, it's good thing that they're shooting pretty decent from the three-point arc.
Right.
Because if they weren't, they would find themselves in a huge hole right now.
Yeah, that 35% from the three-point arc for Dakota State is 6 of 17. So 6 made threes has really kept them in this ball game. But man, Nelly, 26-9 on the rebounding margin. You just don't see numbers like that. I mean, to break it down even further, Clarke's got more offensive rebounds with 10 than Dakota State has rebounds in total. It's crazy.
And that's got to be something that the coach, that Coach Mo is talking about right now in the locker room, because you got a feeling that sooner or later, if that advantage continues, eventually Clarke's going to get going and rolling, and it won't be good.
No.
There was that one time in the second quarter where you had Hossey and you had
Kelchin?
And Kelchin on the floor at the same time. That spells bad news for Dakota State.
Well, I'll throw out another name. How about Nicole McDermott? She's got a double-double already. 10 points, 11 rebounds. Where'd she come from?
So, Dakota State's hanging in there because they made that huge run in the first of the second quarter, which helped them. But that was not before they gave up a big run in the first quarter to Clarke. So not for that run in the second quarter, they would have much more of a feat than 5 points to catch up.
Right. We look at some of the numbers as we enjoy some first half highlights here from the tournament, and of course these highlights just kind of suggest how back and forth this ball game has been, especially in that first quarter. It was really back and forth. Again, Dakota State started the second quarter with a run. Clarke finished the second quarter with a run. Nelly, I wanted to mention we had the turnover numbers up there. Clarke had more turnovers by 5 than Dakota State. However, Clarke has scored more points off of turnovers. I mean, some of these numbers you see on this first half stats are just mind-blowing. But Clarke scored 13 points off of 7 turnovers for Dakota State. Really good. Dakota State only 11 points off of 12 Clarke turnovers. If you're Coach Mo, boy, you got to be kicking yourself with all those opportunities that you missed.
Oh, absolutely. Especially, I bet 80% of the turnovers that Clarke has came in that stretch where Dakota State went on their run.
Right.
And so it's, but once they settled down and they were able to get in a half-court set, that's where Clarke wants to be, and that's where we're gonna thrive. Other than the guard position, since we talked about that early in the second quarter, where if it's guard for guard, Clarke doesn't match up with Dakota State.
Right.
But then when you add the post players in there, that really makes a big difference for Clarke, and the disadvantage that Dakota State's at once you put the post players in play. But don't get it twisted. This has been a great game, and Dakota State has come in their game.
Yes.
Their game for what Clarke has thrown out at them, and I gotta believe that the team that makes the last run in this game is probably going to win.
We saw one highlight in particular from Taylor Haase. She came out on fire. She had 13 points in the first quarter, off the bench, mind you. She's got 15 points in the quarter. I mean, that alone can kind of tell you, Clarke's got the momentum in the post when it comes to the fact that their first player off the bench is a post, and she's been dominating so far.
Right. Well, and that's why you might see Dakota State go to more of a three-quarters court or full court press or pressure, if you will, to try to keep them out of the half-court set so that they can take that disadvantage away and maybe give themselves an advantage as at our guards are taller, and they're going to make it tough for them to throw over the top of. So love Chet. Chet's over here singing. I love it.
Great officiating crew. Might as well have Neil Diamond officiating this crew here today. Yeah, there we go. Oh, man.
Oh, goodness.
The NAIA's finest here at the national tournament. Only the best for the semifinal round. These two squads are in their first semifinal appearance, both trying to make their first national championship appearance. Who will face Thomas More? That's what the next 20 minutes will decide. Going to want to keep it tuned right here. We'll have more NAIA National Tournament basketball after this on the NAIA Network.
First time I picked up a Spartan TF ball, I knew it was built different.
You know that feeling from that first moment on, it never leaves your hand. raises you, lifts you to new heights, got you doing things like that. And once you're hooked, ain't nothing gonna stop that. It teaches you to be a student first, to lay it all out, just to do it again.
And again.
From the moment you pick up a TF ball, it's always there for you. Now do something with it.
Did you know only 2% of college graduates feel that they've had a magical college experience? At St. Thomas University, we see the magic happening every day. When your professor becomes your mentor and learning becomes your passion. When you join a student organization and meet your friends for life. When your classes and activities prepare you for the real world and a successful career. At STU, our students live the magic, and their college experience leads to limitless possibilities. Visit stu.edu today.
I have a little birthday message for you from someone too.
I heard you really love basketball. You're a good shooter and a good dribbler. Happy birthday, MJ, and I hope you enjoy your day.
Thank you. You're welcome.
It's more than an education. It's more than a degree. William Penn University is alive with opportunity. Opportunity in a diverse student body. Opportunity in a staff that works with your budget. Opportunity in over 30 programs of study. Opportunity in a classroom where your voice is heard. Find your future and the opportunities waiting for you. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu and see why William Penn University is alive with opportunity.
Event Center in downtown Sioux City, a place ready to explode for NAIA women's basketball here tonight on the NAIA Network. It is Clarke University, the 2 seed and champions of the Newark Quadrant, taking on the 6-seeded Trojans, the champions of the Liston Quadrant. Alongside Nelson Wilson, Daniel Versteeg with you. Second half underway. It is Clarke on top by 5, and they've got the possession to start things off. They'll go down low right away, trying to use that post to their advantage, and Ubel flips it up and in.
That was, I hope that goes in.
Thank goodness it did. Walsdorf trying to get something going in the paint herself, and she can't. Clarke is taking the momentum they built from the first half into the second half. They're on a 19-3 run since ending the first half on a strong run. Ubel, the mid-range, and the career scoring leader is going to try and add to her total as much as she can here in this week. 9-point Clarke advantage. Dakota State's got to figure something out here.
Got to have an answer here for sure.
Down 9 early on. You don't want to let this one get out of hand too quickly. This is Menning. Down underneath. Asleason to her left, and she's rejected by Kelchin.
Well, you got somebody playing in the middle of that zone like Kelchin, who has long arms and can block shots. That 2-3 zone becomes real tough.
Underneath, Ubel. Oh, couldn't get the English with it. And it is Dakota State with it. Uh-oh. McDermott is hurt on the other end. It's a 5-on-4 as Leeson misses. Clarke gets the rebound and an official's timeout as McDermott is on the floor in pain. And this is the second scare and injury scenario that Clarke has dealt with. Tina Ubel missed the conclusion of the round of 64 game, or round of 16 game, I should say. This was the shot.
Oh boy,
there's
that
McDermott.
Up pretty good. So let's hope she's okay.
I hope so too. She's grabbing that calf. And as I was saying, Tina Ubel went down after scoring 28 points in the round of 16 contest against Lewis Clark State. Thank goodness she's been able to play the last 2 games. Now, whether or not she's been dealing with something or not has been yet to be determined. She exploded for 28 here in Sioux City to start the tournament, and then let her teammates take care of things afterwards. But now all eyes are on Nicole McDermott, an honorable mention All-American for the Pride. And boy, Nellie, we were just talking about her in the break. She had a double-double at the break.
Right.
She's been playing so good for the Pride, and now
she's up under her own power, which is good.
Yeah, not putting a whole lot of weight on it.
Yeah, so let's hope that young lady's okay and she can return.
Yeah, because the last thing the Pride need are somebody to go down. Another applaud from the Clarke fans who understand what she has put into this program to be the player she is, a 3-time All-Heart of America Conference pick.
Izzy Peterson now in for the
And Izzy Peterson's going to take her spot. Boy, we hope McDermott's going to be all right, but she is in a lot of pain going to the bench. So we'll see how that develops throughout the ball game. But meanwhile, returning to action, Clarke has the basketball, and they're going to try and get to the championship game for their teammate. Culbertson works it across. There's Ubel. Nearly lost the dribble. She recovers and bounced it into the hands of Menning. One-on-one, gets bumped and was fouled on the floor before she put it up.
And Culbertson that time did a great job of just running her off the spot, not allowing her to get what she needed to get to put that shot up.
Yeah, there's a bump.
That is a great defensive play there. I'm going to give you the foul.
Yes.
I'm not gonna make sure you get free throws.
And yeah, I guess either way, Nellie, either you deny her the free throws, which was the best play, or you make her earn at the line. Either way, It's kind of a win-win for you. Here's Mackley with a turnaround sky hook. It didn't go. So the Pride up by 9. Dakota State remains in a lull offensively. Nice dish off, and Haase missed the jumper. They get a foul on the rebound. And that is Haase's first missed shot of the game. She was 6 of 6 from the field before it, including 3 of 3 from the free throw line. But now she has missed and proven herself to be human. So Merschman inbounds, and Clarke retains possession. Again, that foul was on the rebound. Now Haase. She's not going to miss again, though. She's not missing again. How about 17 off the bench?
They have to get her out of her spot, man. Once she gets to her spot, she's not going to miss.
Trojans need something here. Menning gets bumped. Slattery, she's been so good off the bench this tournament. Walsdorf, as Leeson through traffic, doesn't fall. The scoring woes continue. Under the basket. Another hook for Haase. 19 off the bench for the sister of the previous career scoring leader at Clarke. Menning takes it up and missed, but she was fouled. So Menning will get a chance at the line. Dakota State now looking for their first points of the quarter. They've not scored in 4 minutes of game action. And in fact, they only have 3 points put on the board in the last 9 minutes of action. Get the free throw to fall. And Nellie, these are so big. When you're in a low like this, getting free opportunities, you gotta be able to capitalize. You only got one, but now you get an offensive rebound at least. Oh, she's gonna try a 3, and she buries it. All part of the plan.
And no matter what the scoring drought is, I'm still gonna step up and take that shot. Good for her.
Confidence. Now Merschman works a floater, up, no good, and a volleyball set back in from Gianna Michaels. Back to a double-digit advantage for the Pride. Dakota State doesn't want this magical season to end. Dyer. Throws it out, and a wide open look for Slattery, and it's back-to-back long balls.
And here comes Dakota State.
Yeah, you knew they weren't going to take this one lying down. Clarke has had an answer. They had an answer on the last possession. Do they have another one here? Merschman, oh, she got by Dyer, but missed the hook strong. And Walsdorf loses the rebound out of bounds.
Boy, and she went high for that rebound.
Talk about getting the ball at the apex. I mean, my goodness. So Clarke will have an inbound. A chance to get back to a double-digit advantage. Close to 5 seconds, but Peterson was able to get it in. She's in for the injured Nicole McDermott, who you see has her ankle being worked on as Kelchin gets the finish to fall.
Like, she does a great job of using her body in the post.
Walsdorf hacked.
But then you can't swat down. You know, she's tall enough, Daniel, that if she just walls up there, she changes that shot, and that comes high off the glass.
Yeah, 6-foot post down there, the senior from Bellevue, Iowa. Now Walsdorf's getting 2. You know, Nellie, David Moe was quoted about Walsdorf as saying, I think her biggest weakness is she doesn't know how good she actually is. Yeah. I mean, you think about it, when you don't think on the floor, it can sometimes be your biggest strength.
Yeah, absolutely. You just go and play.
Yeah.
Just go and play.
And when you're as good as Savannah is, that's sometimes your strength is when you just don't think out there. You just go play the game at the skill level you are, and you have an impact. She gets 1 to go. Dakota State's down 9. They go underneath to Kelchin, and she fumbles it out.
Well, they did a great job that time of just taking the chair out. But Kelchin does a great job of settling in at the post, and at her biggest advantage, she wants to set down on it. So
Dyer keeps that pass alive. They've got numbers. Slattery missed it. Culbertson with a rebound. 2-on-1. And now they'll wait for a 5-on-5. Down to the block. To work goes Kelchin. She kicks it out instead. Peterson gets fouled. So 2 free throws for Izzy Peterson. Yeah, that's just not the foul you want from Sydney Fick. That's her 3rd, so she's going to stay on the bench for a while.
Boy, and that hurts to have her on the bench.
Yeah, with everything she's gone through in her collegiate career, you want to have her out there as much as you can, but you don't want to risk her fouling out.
Yeah. Oh, way too much game left.
Yeah. So Peterson, after 1 make, the junior from Oregon, Wisconsin, hits both.
Uh-oh.
And a careless turnover in the backcourt. Dakota State with an unforced error, and Clarke will take it back. Just the 8th turnover of the ball game for Dakota State, but again, Nellie, as we talked about, Clarke has been much better capitalizing on turnovers, but there's Menning getting it back. Oh, and then she steps wrong. She falls to the floor, grabbing her knee, and an official's timeout, and Menning is now the one in pain. Courtney Menning went to plant going up for a layup and collapsed to the ground. So she is being looked at by the head coach of the Trojans, David Moe, and see a replay. Just a great defensive effort.
And it just buckled.
Just buckled on her. She'll hop off the floor under her own power.
Well, let's hope that young lady's going to be okay.
I hope so too. Gosh, we've had 2 leg injuries now. They were taping up McDermott on one end for Clarke, as Menning finally pops a squad. And tell a lot of pain there for Courtney Menning. So she'll get worked on, and Clarke will go to work on their own offensively here now. The Pride, who lead by 11 here in the semifinal round. Mickles, the easy 14-footer. It's a 13-point lead for the Pride. Trojans, without their fearless point guard leader, kick it out for Slattery. And a good box out, and another player comes up limping. Emma Kelchin.
That's Kelchin.
She's going to stay out there. Oh, I think
walking it off pretty good.
I think it was just a quick, maybe she stepped on the foot of Elsie Asleason. Oh yeah, landed awkwardly, twisted the ankle barely. She's going to be jogging off of the floor. Coach Courtney Boyd, at this point, you don't want to take any more chances than you need to. We've had 3 players go down with an injury. There's Slattery taking advantage and laying it in. David Moe, he wants a timeout. And with 4 minutes to go in the third, we'll take one as well. Dakota State trails by 11 in the national semifinal round here in Sioux City. We're back to action after this on the NAIA Network.
You know, it's easy to get caught up in emotions around, oh, I feel good, or I feel like I'm getting better, or I feel like I'm getting worse. But having data, big data, over a long stretch of time allows you to actually see your work come into fruition in the form of progress. It just allows you to create a better perspective over your progression. To ignore it entirely is doing yourself a disservice because it's a resource that's available to you.
We welcome you back here to the national tournament in Sioux City at the Tyson Event Center.
Thank you, JB. Appreciate it, buddy.
Nelson Wilson getting razzed from one of our broadcasting counterparts here during the break. Clarke leads Dakota State by 11. We've got 14 minutes left in regulation of the semifinal round. Here in the national tournament, both teams in this ball game for the first time in program history. The Pride go inside. Kick it out to Peterson. Currently 2 Pride players are on the bench with tweaks. Out to Culbertson. She heaves a 3. It didn't go. And Dakota State will take it back. Here's Caitlin Dyer. The Aussie kicks it out and gets it back. Dyer. And the game-winning 3 against Indiana Wesleyan gives to Asleason all the way in and scores. Elsie Asleason.
And again, that first step is awful quick, and she gets shoulders by you, and you're done.
Yeah, for 6'1", she moves real quickly. Here's Clarke now, ahead by single digits. Over to Culbertson, and down to Ubel. Their workhorse gets rejected by one of the best defensive posts in the NAIA, and diving for the loose ball. Dakota State touched it last.
Asleason said no.
Nope.
Not this time.
Asleason ranks 2nd in the NAIA in block shots this season. And there's only 3 on the shot clock now for Clarke. And so the Pride will have to get this one off quickly. They go down to Kelchin, who's back in the ballgame. That's good to see. Oh, and a shot clock violation.
That is a huge defensive stand for Dakota State, for sure. Let's see if that's the break that they needed.
It's good to see Kelchin back on the floor for Clarke, as the Pride need all the help they can get down in the paint. Dakota State's down 9. To the free throw line. Kick out pass. Mackley. Oh, it rolls over the top of the backboard.
And it's going to stay there.
And settles up there. Did somebody yell bingo? I just got to make sure. We have a situation. I love the student section offering up the flag. And one of our great volunteers here at the NAIA tournament pokes it down with the The mop.
That's the way you use it.
You see 15 games or so here at the tournament, you're going to see a lot of things you don't normally see. Here we go. Clarke now in possession of the basketball. Got to get it across. Oh, it's a loose ball. Walsdorf tied up for it. We got a foul or a jump? It's a jump, and Dakota State will get it back. Walsdorf, I think I heard her yell, "I've got it."
I've got it. Just pull it out of there.
She knew she got it. She's got a smile over there looking at the bench. So Dakota State, the Cinderella team here in the tournament as a 6th seed in the semifinal round. Trying to just get all the way. Why not make the championship game? While you're here, you might as well mess around and do it.
Yep.
Huber. Oh, she's got a lane. Tried to dump it down, and the pass rejected to the corner. Oh, Culbertson goes crashing into the table. And now the Pride come back. Boy, what an effort by Culbertson to keep that ball alive.
She's tough.
Very tough. That's probably her 3rd hustle play of the game that she's made above and beyond the call of duty.
Got a body, not afraid to use it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Mickles. Missed short. And then Walsdorf is fouled on the board.
And guess who's in there?
It's Culbertson. Wow. Nelly, I don't know, at 5'4", I'd be challenging a 6-foot post for a rebound, but that's why I'm not Skylar Culbertson.
I think he's going to say she's a warrior, man.
Oh, my word. She recently set the program's career record for assists in the round of 16. She checks out of the ball game. 485 career assists coming into tonight. Most by any Pride women's basketball player in the history of the program. Dakota State goes inside. Up and in with the foul from Walsdorf. She'll get a chance at 3. That's a great take. And just the arm contact from Izzy Peterson. Got a timeout from Courtney Boyd, the head coach of the Pride. Nelly, we're back to where we've been here the last few minutes. Runs have been coming. Yep. Dakota State's on one right now. I like the timeout from Coach Boyd.
I think Coach Boyd did a great thing there, and she's going to shut the run down before it gets to be too much.
And that's what you need to do with a timeout. You've been up by double digits, feeling comfortable in that lead, and all of a sudden it gets down to 7, and you start getting antsy. We talked about it with Dakota State on that one, that run Clarke went on in the 2nd quarter. Just got to calm down the troops.
Absolutely, and that's what that timeout was. I'm sure it wasn't anything special other than, hey, I'm just going to give you ladies a chance to catch your breath. Now let's go back out and do what we do.
Dakota State student section, led by East High Black Raider here from Sioux City. Now we got a free throw. Rattles home for Savannah Walsdorf. This DSU deficit is cut to 6. And the Pride want to grow it once again. Peterson to Merschman. To the high post. Kelchin, the twirl for 2.
And that's an all-strength shot that time.
As Leeson. Walsdorf, what a spin around Merschman.
Well, and in the 7th round of a heavyweight fight right now.
Clarke, a dangerous pass to the corner, kept alive into the hands of Dyer. 3-on-2. Walsdorf goes baseline and commits an offensive foul.
Yep. And knew that was coming. The minute that she put her forearm down and she extended it, she was going to get that call. And that is definitely the right call. Coach doesn't like it, but that is the right call.
And David Moe is giving it to our official over there on the far side. That's Jeremy Becker. He's chewing the ear off of. And now we've got a foul the other way. It's going on the Trojans. And Dakota State will not give up free throws yet. Chet Martin makes sure David Moe gets back into the coaching box. The tensions are running high. You can tell.
I wish my coaching box was that big.
Yeah.
Wow.
had some experience with the coaching box. Yeah, it's not coaches' friends most of the time. They want to roam. Want to roam out and around. Yeah.
I can make it to half court. I'm fine. I don't ever get to make it there.
Yeah, no, officials usually shut that down. Now our officials are looking up at the clock in bewilderment. We're going to reset a shot clock. Jamie Miller's our shot clock operator. And they put it down to 20 to get it under the game clock. And so Clarke goes to work. Ubel tries to kick out, and Peterson goes inside. Turns around, missed the shot as Leeson the rebound. Dakota State's got a chance. They've got two. They've got one. Huber does not have three. And after the third, it's a 6-point Clarke lead. Who will make their first trip to the national championship game? Might as well just stick around and find out. Fourth quarter's on the way after this on the NAIA Network.
After 100 years, why are we still pushing for more? Because at Thomas More, we're inspired to help you create and live a fuller life. That means creating more opportunities for you inside the classroom and out. Programs that lead to something more than a job, a fulfilling career, and expecting more from our faculty and staff to help give you the opportunity to become the remarkable person you were created to be. Thomas More University. Make it more.
Event Center in downtown Sioux City. It's a good one.
Well, Daniel, we've seen a couple runs from Dakota State. We've seen a couple runs from Clarke. I did ask Chet, one of our officials, when do we see the run from the officials? And he said, after the game's over.
After the game's over. They'll get their chance to run off the floor. Well, here's Clarke. Proud to have seen their deficit, or their lead, cut down to 6. There's McDermott, who's back on the floor. That's a great sight to see. And an excellent job of the Clarke training staff. Both Kelchin and McDermott are on the floor. McDermott's not 100%, you can tell, but she's fighting through it. And the kick out. There's McDermott. Stops. Puts it up. Oh my goodness, she's 110%. I don't know why I say something like that.
Well, that'll make you all better, that's for sure.
Even on a bit of a gimp, she knocks down the jumper. But here come the Trojans. A flip up from Mackley. There's an O-board from Asleason. Tied up. Possession Dakota State. Clarke has extended their rebounding margin. They're out rebounding the Trojans 38-14. This one should help from Asleason, but boy, even then, Culbertson's there to tie her up. Here's the inbound to Walsdorf. Ooh, spins around and got it to fall. Savannah Walsdorf hitting her run here for the Trojans with 12.
And it's coming at the right time.
She's had 6 points in a row now. Clarke nearly throws it away. Mickles with the floater. Pride by
8. The Clarke guards do a great job of taking what the defense gives them.
Yeah. They see a 12-footer, they're going to take a 12-footer. Ooh, Ubel trying to jump the pass. Walsdorf's got a lane now. Spins and is fouled by Mickles. Walsdorf really heating up at the right time.
Well, again, just doing a great job of isolating those Clarke guards. Every chance she gets, she's isolating them and getting them one-on-one and backing them down where she has a huge advantage.
Boy, and you can tell, Nelly, how heady she is. She saw Ubel jump for the pass and realized, oh, nobody's going to be behind me. Yes, please. I'll take that. She gets one free throw to go. 7-point Pride lead. We're in the final minutes, final 8.5 minutes of this contest. Neither team has been this far before, and now Clarke turns it over. Dyer to Walsdorf. Oh, there's Caitlin. You can't leave her open.
Well, you can, but she's going to make you pay. That's for sure.
She did right there. The Aussie, who's 10,000 miles from home, feels like home in Sioux City. Now Kelchin gets fouled the other way. And Kelchin will shoot too. You're going to get Slattery for that foul.
That's a good foul.
Yes.
Absolutely is.
Make her earn it. Unfortunately, Kelchin's done a pretty good job at earning it. If you're Dakota State, if you're Clarke, this is a good sign. Oh, but she missed the first.
Way to go, Daniel.
Yeah. I'll take that one, yeah. You know, I tried to do it a couple of nights ago and it didn't work. I guess it's when I'm unknowingly doing it that it works. But she does get one. So I didn't totally mess her up. Kelchin 1 for 2 at the line. Clarke's lead is 5. This is when Dakota State started hitting their stride against Indiana Wesleyan. But now they turn it over. Ubel has that ball poked away from Huber. What a defensive play by the junior from Alexandria, South Dakota.
Boy, and that time down the floor for Dakota State would have been a great time for a backdoor cut, as she overplayed big time on that.
Nichols reverses, and the rebound this time is for Walsdorf. Oh, but she stepped on the baseline. Clarke's gonna get another try. Clarke's gonna get their 3rd try of the possession. Gonna keep the shot clock, or reset it fully, excuse me, to 30. Now reset it fully. They determined Walsdorf had the possession, changed it, and now Clarke will get a fresh shot clock. Down low, Culbertson. Out to Merschman. Doesn't get it to fall, but it's an offensive rebound again. Maya goes inside this time. That one also doesn't go. 5 shots for the Pride. None fall. Walsdorf. Slattery. Missed short. And Ubel tracks down another rebound. It's a 40-16 rebounding difference in favor of Clarke. And they only lead by 5. Nice crossover. Elbow jumper for Ubel. And it's Dakota State basketball.
Oof.
Boy, what a game.
Oh, man, I tell you, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. That's what you want in the ball game, that's for sure.
And I think it might be what Thomas More wants as well. These ladies might tire themselves out here tonight. They may not have enough left tomorrow.
Oh, I bet either one of these teams will be game.
Sydney Fick is shorts on the 3, and a foul on the board. This one will go against the Trojans. Lily Mackley picks up her 2nd.
What?
Yeah, they got Mackley for the foul. David Moe continues to talk the ear off of our official.
Well,
and Jessica Wilkinson.
Not buying it no matter what he's selling, so.
Yep. Here comes the Pride off the dribble for Mickles, and she makes it rain again here in the Tyson.
Oh, that's a big shot.
Now the Trojans with a chance at a big shot. Huber doesn't get it to fall. Walsdorf has the rebound poked out. Tries to go back down low. Loose ball. Mickles keeps the possession, and Clarke wants a timeout. With 6:23 to go in the game. Pride by 8, and that's a good timeout by Coach Boyd. Nelly, you are at this point in the ball game where possessions are so valuable. They're always so valuable, but when you're up by 8, you got a chance to go up by double digits. You got to take that.
Oh yeah, that's a heady timeout. She realized that like her player wasn't really in trouble, but you're in a position to where like I want the basketball. We want to make sure we retain possession of that, and so that was just a good timeout there, and a better hustle play on her player's part to make sure that she got that basketball when it was loose and maintained possession of it.
Boy, Nelly, you know what I love of all these highlights? It's a different player making plays every time. We've had some players take over the game for a little bit, but by and large, these are 2 teams of 5 and they're getting everybody involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what you want. In a game of this magnitude, that's what you want.
So here we go. Clarke's up by 8. They have 2 timeouts remaining after calling this timeout to keep the possession. Oh, but then they throw it away. Wow. Ubel turns it over. Dakota State's got it back. So DSU gets a gift there. And Dakota State's trying to get this one back to a manageable deficit. Kick out for Dyer, the southpaw from down under. It's her 3rd 3 of the ball game. She seems to heat up in this 4th. Oh, Walsdorf deflects this pass, and it's a 10-second backcourt violation.
That is huge. Wow.
Look at those Trojan fans from Madison. They're loving it. How about Caitlin Dyer here in this 4th quarter? She's hit a couple of threes. Of course, she had the go-ahead 3 against Indiana Wesleyan.
She's game, and she says, let me have the basketball back.
8 points, 6 assists Wednesday night in the upset of Indiana Wesleyan. Huber pivots out. Oh, she changed her feet. Didn't see it. Walsdorf back to Huber. Into the corner as Leeson couldn't get it to fall. Mershman the rebound. The hustle from Culbertson gets up floor. And Mershman sets up the offense. Bounce to the corner, the extra pass. Doesn't quite get 3. Mackley with the board. Dakota State's down 5. Runs over the defender, offensive foul for Lily Mackley. And now we turn our attention
and she
to Mickles.
And she took it right in the chest.
Yeah, you can't.
Wow.
Can't question the hustle. You can't question the call. You can't question the heart of Gianna Mickles.
Wow.
Slow to get up on the play, boy. It's never a good sign when you've seen 4 players go down in a game, but Nelly, I don't know what embodies the heart, the hustle, and the will of these players more than what they've been given so far here today. They're giving quite literally everything at this point. Mickles is getting looked at by the trainer and Courtney Boyd. She's having a great game for the Pride. I mean, it's really hard to find somebody on either roster who's having a bad game. Let's just put it that way.
I tell you, all the ladies and from both sides, uniforms in the white, uniforms in the black, they're giving everything they can at this point in the ball game. And boy, Michaels, man, she took it directly in the chest, and she hit the floor hard.
She did. Gets up, and she'll be helped off the floor by the training staff. And Courtney Boyd helping Gianna Mickles, and she gingerly walks off the floor after taking a tough charge. You know, I've talked to a number of people, Nelly, and I'm sure as a coach you can attest to this. Charges taken should be kept in the stat sheet.
Oh, 100%.
With how impactful they are.
100%. It should be. I actually keep them.
Yeah, exactly. Most coaches do.
I actually keep them. It's just, and it's, boy, it's a game changer.
Nothing tells you how much a player wants a game more than, I'm going to run into this player, it's going to hurt, but it's going to turn the ball over for my team.
Yep.
So here come the Pride back after the nice effort by Mickles taking the charge. Culbertson has it to the baseline for Hazy. Still Clarke's leading scorer in the game. Trying to get more, doesn't. Kelchin, board, put back, no. And Walsdorf is fouled by McDermott. Well, McDermott's back on the floor.
But again, another
second chance. Yeah.
At least 3 tries there. So
now the second chance opportunities are starting to kind of look bad here for Clarke. They've had a number of them, but they're not falling right now. Walsdorf at the charity stripe. Goes it too tall. It's off of Dakota State. Clarke basketball. This one, is this going to go to replay? No, it's not.
Nope.
They're going to keep it with Clarke. So the Pride will take it back up by 5. Under 5 to go in the game. Marshman falls to the floor, kept the dribble. McDermott to Hazy. Throws it out, and it's into the backcourt. It's a turnover. Dakota State gets it back, still down by 5. Clarke and Dakota State in their first ever national semifinal appearance, making both of them get to an opportunity to earn their first national championship appearance as this shot's deflected out of bounds. And again, these two teams met up in 2021 on October 29th. The ball game, Clarke won 85-68. A lot of these players played against each other in that ball game. May not remember it, but they do have some experience with one another, being from different conferences and from, about 7-8 hours away from each other. Dyer turns the ball over. Clarke takes it back. And Culbertson try and take some time off the clock maybe. Oh, nearly losing the dribble. She does lose the dribble. Ball is free. Oh, Hazy's on it. And they're going to get a jump ball. Clarke's going to keep it.
Well, Boyd wants a foul there, but I'm going to tell you right now, Daniel, if there's a foul there, she's not going to like it.
Right.
It's going to go against Clarke.
Right. Yeah, so they're lucky to keep possession with the jump ball. This inbound to Mershman. Shot clock under half. Hazy to her left. Oh, as Leeson blocked her, and a foul is called. Both coaches have thrown their hands up in disbelief at a couple of calls here. Of course, they're supposed to do it, but that got some wrist.
Well, and I will tell you this. This officiating crew has made themselves invisible unless the players have put themselves in a position to where they've had to interject.
Right.
I will say that. They've done a great job here officiating this game.
It's all you can ask for from some of the top officials in the NAIA. Of course, these officials get recommended by their coaches in their conferences.
Right.
So David Moe and Courtney Boyd, if you have grievances,
file them with yourself.
Might want to talk to some of your peers about it. Yeah, because that's how these refs get here. Hazy hits some free throws. She's got 21 off the bench. Here's Dyer. Can't get the 3 to fall, and Marshman with a big rebound. Trying to get out of there, and she stepped on the baseline. Dakota State's going to keep it back. Boy, Nelly, that trap, we've seen it so far tonight on a handful of times. I think that's the first time it's truly caused a turnover.
Right.
Look at this trap. How do you get out of that?
And she stepped out, yep.
Absolutely. Well, here's Slattery. Now she's trapped in the corner. Dyer didn't want to take another shot and throws it away. Mickles takes it up. Kelton. Hazy. She's fouled. And will shoot more free throws.
Boy, and I tell you what, they haven't figured out yet how.
And that's going to be 4 on Elsie Asleason. Big fourth foul.
They just haven't figured out yet a way to keep Hazy out of the post and not letting her set up there.
Yep. She gets the first to fall. She's looking a lot like her older sister, McKenna, here tonight. 22 points, all off the bench. Missed the second. Dakota State nearly throws it away. No communication there. They're down 8. And they get it back within 5. They've been able to get it back within 5, but no closer so far. At least in the fourth quarter. Dyer. Huber. Shot clock's in single digits. Slattery, ball poked away. 4 on 2. Mickles doesn't get it to fall. There's Walsdorf, and she is fouled. Culbertson the foul.
Yep. And boy, we're at a point in the ball game now, Daniel, where possessions are going to become a premium.
Very.
Dakota State's definitely got to start capitalizing. They've got to be productive here.
Down 8. Yeah, you don't have a whole lot of time to mess around. Got to be efficient. Walsdorf. Fick for 3. It's in and out. Ball's loose. We're going to get a held ball, jump ball. Possession will stay with DSU. And Mackley comes up a little limpy on the play. She's going to keep playing through it maybe. Unless Slattery checks her out, and she does. She's jogging off the floor all right, which is good to see, but now Dakota State will have an inbound. Oh, that ball's deflected. Out to Dyer. Huber, the deep 3, too strong. Maybe need to step a little bit further out even. Here comes Peterson. 2 minutes left. Hubel, oh, she's rejected by Huber. Rebound off Clarke. Dakota State basketball. Mackley back out, Slattery to the bench. Hazi's back in, Hubel is out. Yeah, you want Taylor Hazi on the floor if you're Clarke.
You definitely do.
And now we've got some substitution issues. No, what do we're going to have a replay review.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe to see time or see possession here. That's going to be the question. So this previous play is going under review. As our officiating crew determines either the time or determines the out of bounds. We can see a little bit of the replay. I think they're looking as to who it's off of. Again, the original call was that it would be Dakota State's basketball. They got to find something that changes their mind.
And I think it's got to be inconclusive too.
Yes.
So
that's kind of the cool thing about being here at the final site. You can pool all your resources and get replay review here at the national tournament. We don't get this most of the time in the NAIA. It's pretty awesome. We'll see what they end up deciding as Chet Martin comes out from the headset. And it's Dakota State ball. So they kept the call original to the play. And the Trojans are going to get it down 8. Under 2 minutes to go.
I'm going to say they have to have some type of points here.
Yes.
And free throws is not going to get it for them.
No, they need it. They probably don't need a 3, but I wouldn't shy away from that shot either. Trojans get it across. Walsdorf, ooh, underneath to Asleason with a pretty finish. David Moe calls a timeout. It'll be a quick one, so we'll keep it here. All right, Nelly, so Dakota State's gotten it within 6 at this time left. What do you think?
Defensively, you have to have a turn. You have to have a turnover here, or you're at a point now to where you're over the foul limit now anyway. So, but again, Clarke has proved to be able to shoot free throws very well. So I'm not for sure. I mean, I don't know if there is an advantage or disadvantage other than the clock stopping.
Right.
But other than that, I don't think they're at a disadvantage by putting them at the line and having them shoot free throws.
And are they at a disadvantage to let the 30-second shot clock play out? That's the thing.
Right.
Yeah, it could go either way. But a turnover here would be huge. They don't get it, at least not for now. We did have a 10-second backcourt violation earlier in this quarter. We don't get it here. Nichols, ooh, tough handoff. Culbertson dumps it down low. Kick out, Nichols. Underneath, Kelchin can't get it to fall. Hazi, an offensive rebound, tied up. Possession to Clarke. Shot clock did reset with that one hitting the rim, so it's at 19. Boy, Taylor Hazi, what more can you say about the game she's had?
I tell you what, if there's a player of the game for this one for sure, it'll definitely be her.
100%. Fake handoff. Underneath. Hazi's rejected by Walsdorf. Dakota State got the stop. Asleason. Walsdorf for Dyer. Mackley. Missed strong. Clarke the rebound. Peterson gets it out of there. Culbertson sprints up the floor. And over to Mickles. Underneath for Haase, who lays it in.
Who else?
8-point Clarke lead. Haase's got 24. Now the Trojans need a 3. Can they get it though? Huber, step back. It's no good. Clarke the rebound, and a foul will put Mickles to the line.
Wow.
What a game. Mickles has a chance to ice it. They got bounced out of Sioux City in one game here last year. Made the quarterfinals 2 years ago. And of course, didn't get the chance to play in the tournament in 2020. And now Clarke is 34 seconds away from their first ever trip to the national championship game. Mickles puts the Pride up by 10. Dakota State calls a timeout to advance the basketball. It will be, is it a full or is it a 30? It's 34 seconds to go. It's going to be a quick one. So we're going to keep it here as Clarke leads by 10. Nelly, get a load of this rebounding total. Clarke has 48 rebounds, 17 offensive.
Wow.
Can you play a better ball game than Clarke has, specifically on the glass?
Well, and you can't. And I'm going to tell you right now, with the rebounding, the disparage.
Yes.
That is there. Like, you would think this game is more than a 10-point deficit for Dakota State.
Right.
For sure, 100%. But I'm telling you, Clarke's going to win this game. But not without having a very game Dakota State give them a challenge.
Oh, absolutely. Here they go. Trojans need a basket, and they don't get it from Asleason. That ball's off the Trojans. Clarke basketball, and now Courtney Boyd calls a timeout and advances the ball. This will be a full timeout. And so we'll step aside as well. Clarke's up by 10, moments away from their first trip to the championship game. We're back with more after this on the NAIA Network.
There's a beat in all of us. It drives us, it inspires us, and it pushes us through. It is there in preparation, it is there in battle, it is there in defeat, and in success. It's the engine, it's our drive. And this beat is my own. This beat is how I live. And this is how I hydrate. Body Armor Sport Water, hydration for athletes.
NAIA National Tournament alongside Nelson Wilson, Daniel Versteg with you, bringing you the action here in Sioux City, Iowa. Clarke is tied up for the basketball, a jump ball. Dakota State did get a turnover. So the Trojans down 10, still need a miracle. They've been given a chance here. Dyer into the half court, 20 seconds. Walsdorf just chucks it up, missed it. Rebound, Dakota State puts it up and is fouled. So some free throws are coming.
Number 12, Taylor Haase.
Taylor Haase picked up the foul. So 2 for Asleason. Try and give the Trojans something to look forward to and build off of. And she missed the second. It's Kelton with the board, and she's fouled. And it's only a matter of time now before Clarke gets to the national championship game for a matchup with Thomas More. It's taken just 6 years under Courtney Boyd.
And boy, it's too bad that you don't get to see a consolation game before the championship game, man.
Yeah.
I tell you.
Love a Dakota State Central Methodist game.
The 4 teams that played in the national semifinals here tonight are definitely the 4 teams that needed to be here for sure.
Kelton missed the second. Dakota State up the floor. Quick 3 from Slattery. And Culbertson with the rebound will seal the deal for the first time in Pride history. Clarke's going to the national championship game. The Pride win it over Dakota State, 79-69, and Clarke will keep dancing into tomorrow night.
No heads hanging here for sure. Both teams, man. I wish they could both be winners, but they can't. Clarke played a great game here tonight. Dakota State had a great game plan coming in, and unfortunately, I think the run that Clarke was able to go on in the middle of the game is definitely the difference in this game here tonight.
I think it ended up being about 20-3 or 21-3 by the time the run was finished. Look at Taylor Haase clapping it up for the Pride. She's been applauding for herself. 24 points off the bench here tonight. Now they'll have a celebratory moment here on center court. The cool thing about it, Nelly, is yes, while there is no consolation game anymore, no third place game, they still make a nice ceremony for the Dakota State Trojans, and look who's taking the trophy. It's Courtney Menning with that right knee and lower leg taped up. She's hugged by some seniors with the semifinal participation trophy, and Dakota State has well earned it. The 6th seed who, let's be honest, Nelly, if you're a 6th seed, you're not even given a chance to make it here to Sioux City.
So again, nothing for them to hang their heads about. They were playing great basketball at the right time, and unfortunately, they're going to come up short here tonight in the semifinals.
But if there is a team to lose to, I think it's this Clarke squad. The Pride moving on to their first ever NAIA National Championship game, and a date with the defending champion Thomas More awaits Clarke once Taylor Haase puts their name on the bracket in the championship game.
Well, there you go.
The Pride are in the title game for the first time in program history with a 10-point victory over Dakota State. What a win.
Haase, that young lady, has probably earned her way into the starting lineup tomorrow night.
No better sight than to see Clarke in the championship game there on the bracket. There's a lot of winning smiles in that picture, and deservedly so. Clarke going on to the national championship. They'll face Thomas More tomorrow night here in Sioux City at 7 o'clock. You'll be able to watch the game on ESPN3. Well, Nelly, what a run here at the tournament, huh?
Absolutely, it's been fun, buddy. Always great to work with you.
Absolutely, likewise, and always great to work with our crew once again. If you've been watching the semifinals here on YouTube on the NAIA Network, the national championship game will be on ESPN3 tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Thomas More, the defending champs, Clarke in the title game for the first time in program history. So for all of our crew here in downtown Sioux City, for Nelson Wilson, our color commentator, I'm Daniel Versteeg saying so long, and thanks for enjoying some NAIA National Tournament basketball from the Tyson Event Center in downtown Sioux City, right here on the NAIA Network.